Table fans, it's time for a battle report, and this is going to be a great one. Got a great opponent. His name is David.
Hi.
We've got an awesome table, awesome scenario, and two really good-looking armies. And take it away, David. Tell us about your army.
Well, my army is a Harlequin troop of the Frozen Stars. Here I have my group of light with the troop master that's going to be the warlord and their shadow seer. I have my troop of twilight with their shadow seer, and I have my troop of the dark also with their shadow seer. I have 2 units of 3.
Hold on, what kind of weaponry do these guys have?
Basically, they all have basic weaponry, except the troop master who has a Harlequin's Kiss. And I mean, this one has a Kiss and a Haywire Grenade. That one just has a Harlequin's Kiss. And this one over here has a Harlequin's Kiss and a Crescendo pistol.
Okay, great. And you've got a solitaire here.
Yep, that's
This guy's bad news, man. He's a one-man
beatstick.
wrecking machine. That's fantastic.
And I have, for musical accompaniment, I have my rock band here of 3 Death Jesters, which hopefully will be a lot of shrieker fun happening.
That's awesome. He's like a priest, a rabbi, and a nun walk into a bar. Blam!
Then they
Get
go
it?
away.
He shoots the
Yeah.
person and doesn't really tell them the joke. Sorry. Go ahead, David, please.
Segarath's joke is too sophisticated for humans. We have 2 groups.
Nobody gets that.
Yeah, we have 2 groups of bikes. They don't have the glaives. They have their basic star bolas.
Oh, okay.
Then I have the points for them for the nice stuff. Just standard bikes. And I have my Void Weaver over there. Basic gun layout too. And my Star Weaver, which is going to be carrying my troop of light.
Okay, great. So this is the gunship. This is a transport.
Yeah.
Right there. All right. Well,
And here are the psychic powers that I rolled for my 3 Shadow Seers. My Twilight one got Mirror of Minds and Peel of Discord.
okay, looks like both like shooting things, right?
Yeah, although this one is really fun, which this one it's a focus Witchfire, which targets another model. Then they get into a contest of leadership.
Right.
And if every time I win that contest, you take a wound, they have to make a roll against it. If I win, we do it again until you win one.
I have no idea how this is going to play out. This is so interesting. Like your guys are so light, and I could just blow them up.
Yeah.
But go ahead, please.
The middle one, the Shadow Seer of the Dark, he rolled Dance of Shadows, which gives a unit Stealth Enshrouded.
Nice.
And Fog of Dreams, which targets another unit, and when they shoot, they only do snapshots. And then when they roll to hit in close combat, they only hit on a 6.
Wow.
Then of course, all this is Phantasmancy. And then my light one also rolled a Fog of Dreams.
So this too is
Yeah.
on here. Oh, okay.
Basically,
they
this
both
one,
have Fog of
yeah.
Dreams. Okay, got it.
He got Fog of Dreams and Laugh of Sorrows,
Laugh of Sorrows. Awesome.
which is
Sorry.
it wasn't a good joke at first.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, the target must make 2 separate leadership tests. The first one, they suffer wounds for each point that the leadership test was failed by. And in the second one, they suffer wounds by every point it was passed by.
Okay.
And of course, they'll have the Primaris power, which is that if you try and target them, you need to roll a 2d6 times 2. And if it's less than their distance, then you don't shoot at them.
I got to tell you, you've got to really be using this a lot in this game.
Right.
Oh, 'cause I was going to say I could probably blow you up, but if you look at the scenario, you know, David's got a lot of like these little small units where he can, you know, take those guys out probably pretty quick now that I'm thinking about it. But we'll see. We gave the Fulgurite priests the stasis field, so they'll have a 2-up invuln against shooting. Oh, and by the way, they never take part in the game. They can't charge or shoot or anything like that. Sorry, David, did you have anything else to say before
Just
we get
pointing out
started?
that I'm running the Segarash's Revenge detachment, their formation.
Okay. I have no idea what that does. I guess I'll find out. famous last words. Okay, for those of you who didn't see the video on how this scenario works, this is a raid on an Adeptus Mechanicus facility, and these Fulgurite priests are trying to make these 2 reactors go critical, and so a detachment of Harlequins has been sent to thwart those plans. And if you look around, you'll see that there are 10 priests. They're tending to various machines, and so basically the Harlequins get a point for every guy that dies in the first 4 turns. It's only a 4-turn game. And these are deployment points. So you can come on at those points. Also, once a unit comes out on that point, it claims it for its team. There's 9 of them, mostly around the edge of the board, but some of them come out in the middle, like this one. We imagine there's like an elevator shaft or something like that. And hold on, there was something else. I can't remember. Oh, the game is only 4 turns. I think I mentioned that. All right, well, I think it's time to get playing. Let me just introduce my force really quick. I've got 2 books here. So for the sake of completeness, or sake of simplicity, we're just going to count the Dune Crawlers, which is the only thing I got out of the Scutari book. We're going to count those as part of this Cult Mechanicus thing. And so they'll all have the Canticles of the Omnissiah there, just so I'm not using 2 different rule sets for that. I've never played this army before, so I'm looking at this, I'm like, what's a gamma pistol? What's a phosphor blaster? What's all this stuff? So here's how my force works. I've got these, I've got 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, I only have 5 units. This is actually a squadron of vehicles here. And there's a reason for that, because they get a 6-up invuln from a force field, but if they have a buddy, it goes up by 1. So they're both going to have a 5-up invuln from that. Now these robots, as I found out, these guys are a pretty tough customer. They are...
Castellans are awesome.
Oh yeah, and they cost the same basically as a Space Marine Dreadnought. And so this whole unit's about 300 points here. This guy gives them special abilities each turn and should definitely be hiding behind them. And so, let's see here. And then these guys, apparently these are the troops of the force. And so they have specialty weapons. These are breachers, you can tell because they have these power claws on them. So they're kind of these close combat guys. And then these are destroyers, which you can tell because their left arm there is like this flamer thing. And so I'm going to be really learning as I go along, because this stuff, there's definitely a lot to it. And so I'm excited to see how the game plays out. I think David's real advantage here is he knows his army really well. And I don't know what the heck's going on. But it may be that this won't be the last game that we play.
Kind of will. To be honest, this is the first time I run them as a full army. Before this, I've been running them as mini allied attachments to my Dark Eldar. So it's the first time I'm running them as a complete force just by themselves.
Okay,
so
great.
It's a little bit of learning for me too.
All right, fantastic. So I want to thank all you guys for tuning in, and I want to thank David for being here, spending his afternoon doing this battle report for us. And let's get to playing. Let's do this thing. It's turn 1. We're gonna roll reserves for the Harlequins.
All right.
And go.
Bikes.
Skyweavers are in.
Other bikes.
They're in.
First gesture.
Yeah, why don't you just roll them all at once?
Okay.
If that's okay.
They're 2 different.
Oh, do they have different things?
No, they're all just different. They're not one unit. They're different units.
Right. No, that's what I meant. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry.
So these guys.
I don't mean to come across as.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Ooh, there's a lot of guys coming in. Yay!
This guy's too, and then it'd be just. This guy doesn't.
Oh, rats. So the Shadow Seers are part of each of the 3 different troops.
Yeah, I just had them to mark the
got it.
powers and everything.
All right, awesome. So time to deploy. And while he's doing that, and it's really simple. You're just going to move on from that point.
Although we should note that I'm doing this common sense, and I'm not having either the transports or the bikes coming out of places
These
like
little
this,
tiny
because it makes no sense.
Entryways, yeah.
So these will all come from the edges.
Well, and that's the great thing about doing a scenario is you end up with like a little sort of good-hearted role play there.
Okay, so
You know, I could have swore I turned my phone off. So you moved on. That's the only thing that we can do the first turn.
yeah.
So, and you had quite a few units come on. So show us the final positioning.
My solitaire is here, about to give that guy a very bad day. I have my Star Weaver with my Troop of Light here, about ready to let go their guys, so they can give these guys a bad day. Jet bikes heading towards this group here.
Yeah, and oh, look at this. There's like a little guy down here.
Yeah.
And incidentally, here, let me just take a shot of this. There's like a little console in there. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, what's next?
Death Jester.
Okay.
Going to have a casual chat with him. Another group of bikes heading towards that guy. And my Troop of Dark pops up here. For Shegorath has said that this plague is not to end yet, and they're displeased that the humans wish to do it.
Awesome. Haha, that's perfect. They're trying to end the story.
Yes.
By blowing these
No, they
things
want
up.
to continue the story. The humans want to end it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll my reserves. And let me tell you, I need everything to come on because really the Harlequins are poised to kind of wipe out 5 of these guys the first shot. After that, it's only moral victory. 1. Whoops. We re-roll cocked dice here without exception. Good. Yes. No. Yes. Awesome. All but 1 unit comes on. Fan-flipping-tastic. I say yes to this. This is great. Incidentally, this is about 1,000 points right here. And this is about 200. So, yeah, okay. So anyway, let's bring them on. 4 of my 5 units on. Before we go ahead with that, we did determine that one side could only take 5 out of the 9 entry points. So David very generously shifted one of his Skyweaver units over here. Okay, great. So I just brought in some breachers on this side. They've got plasma culverins. I think they're 24-inch range. It's going to give me some good coverage over here. Also, no shrouded for these guys, or whatever the thing is that the Shadow Seers give them. What is it?
No psychic powers for use, since in the first term you couldn't use them.
Right, but what is the power called?
Oh, the psionic power is Dance of Shadows.
Dance of Shadows. Okay. Anyway, I brought my dune crawlers on over here. Nice central location. Got some breachers up top here. Excuse me, some Castellan robots. And then another unit of robots coming out here. I did mark all the Mechanicum entrances with the double-headed Aquila. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's funny is that kind of made my deployment this sort of side of the board. So that's all I can do this turn. So we're on to Harlequins, turn 2, top of the second.
Okay.
Oh, and now reserves.
All right. The first Death Jester.
Yep, makes it
Second Death
4.
Jester.
Nice, both of them on.
These guys.
On.
And
come on now.
Woohoo!
There you go. So everything's in. All 13 units.
Please.
That was my run roll. Now, this is going to be interesting because something like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units are on the board. And that means if they each kill one of these guys, it's going to be a short-lived objective game. That'll be 8 out of 10 for Harlequins straight out of the gate. But we'll see if it's easier said than done, because each of these guys does count as a separate unit. So, and the The strike back is going to be insane.
Yeah. That does not please Cesar.
Now, for me, while he's doing his movement phase, for me, it was a matter of getting into as close to the center of the board as possible. Because I've played plenty of Eldar, and what I hate as an Eldar player is somebody who takes sort of a central blob position and doesn't let me dance around. Now, in a way, this is forced, because the best way to kill these priests is in close combat. And so that means you really do need to get into the middle of the board. So it's all about the counter-strike for me. And quite frankly, it is a 4-turn game, so if I table the Harlequins, that might be an alternate way, actually, of winning the game. So we'll see. It'll be very interesting to see how it pans out. Also, take your time, David, by the way. David brought some of his friends with him. We're not going to embarrass them by putting them on camera. A couple of them looked up like, what? And they're all so nice, and I can't tell you how great it is to have these very enthusiastic and experienced wargamers here at the studio, especially doing a battle report for all of you guys. It's really fantastic. Also, if you're interested in setting up a commission project, contact us at projects@bluetablepainting.com. I currently am completely caught up on inquiries, so I can tend to you this weekend. Let's set up something exciting. And I've got more news on that front to come in a separate video. All right, we've finished Harlequin movement. So we have another troop exiting or entering from here and onto the playing field. And the Shadow Seers here and also on this side, this one right here, have separated off. So David's got some pretty good coverage. I think almost every single one of the Fulgurite priests have some kind of coverage. Well, seven out of the 10. 2 and 3. Yep, and then, but we'll see if they survive, because the counterattack is going to be insane here. The Harlequins are going to be really in bad shape, I think, right almost out of the gate. But we shall see. We shall see. So now, and I'd like to point out that the only unit that isn't either just arriving and not able to do anything, or isn't already going to engage these guys in close combat is this one right here.
Yeah.
It's the only one actually attacking a unit, which is
guys
really the way to go. Oh yeah, so they are. Okay, great. So a unit of Sky Reavers squaring off against these Cataphrone destroyers. Wow, I am really there's no way to learn a book than just to dive right in. Just be like, all right, you're in it now. Okay, let's go.
All right.
What are we doing?
Psychic
phase.
2.
2.
So 2 plus 6, I have 8 dice total.
Okay, and I have 2 dice for nullification. Here we go. Come on. I'm going to put them on 6s. Come on, boys. Let me just show you what you're supposed to be rolling. Now, at Warp Charge 2, you really do got to throw probably 4 dice at a power to get it reliably. So it all depends on what David is going to be blasting here. Yeah, just bring the cards over.
Is this the color I think it is? Yeah. That Shadow Seer from the light is going to be casting Laugh of Sorrows on that Fulgurite priest.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right.
Warp Charge 2. So he's looking, so every 4-up is like a success. And so we've got a 4, a 5, a 4, and a 6. So absolutely no way for me to counter that, because so effectively he's thrown 4 dice at it. Every 4-up, which he got 4 of, is a warp charge. So he got 4, well over the 2 that he needed on the card. So in order to nullify that, if I got my rules right, I'd actually have to get 4 successes.
Yep.
And so I'd have to roll 4 6s, which obviously I don't have. I'd need 24 dice to do that reliably.
So it's a Witchfire, so I'm going to roll to hit.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, it hits.
Okay, go ahead.
And now you have to make 2 separate leadership tests.
Oh, okay.
In the first one, you take 1 wound for every point that you failed it by.
Does it help me that I'm shrouded at all? No, that would just be a save.
Yeah,
right?
your 2 plus save is going to be better than...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, and this is a Corpus Scari.
Yeah, and armor and cover saves cannot be taken up against this.
Okay.
But you
well,
have your invulnerable, so...
I've got leadership 9.
Okay,
so what do I
first
do?
You roll, and for
roll
every
twice.
point that you fail it by is 1 wound. And then you
Okay.
roll again, and for every point that you go over in the second one, it's 1 wound. So you want to roll, you want to...
Okay, here comes the first one, and I want to roll low, right?
Yeah, and this one is for every point that you fail it by, so you want to roll low, yes.
Okay, I get a 6, so I succeed.
And now the second one is for every point that you passed it by, so now you want to roll high.
Oh, I get it. So now I need a 9 or higher. Ah, now it's not so flippin' funny. The laugh of stars. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, here it comes. Oh! He takes a huge amount of wounds.
That is hilarious.
He takes,
6.
wow, 6 wounds. So, but I get my invuln?
Yes,
first?
you roll 6 invulns. Statistically,
I'm getting
that's a good
some
one.
dice out. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I need to roll 2-ups for his stasis field. Yep. Oh. And also Yahtzee. No, I didn't. Get a small straight in Yahtzee. No, I actually don't think I even got that.
It was a good try.
No, that's great. So that Shadow Seer's like, hee hee. Man, I love Harlequins. This is, basically David has the army that I wanted to have. Did you find anything good down there?
I saw Bit Heaven.
All right. He's back from Bit Heaven. He had a near bit experience. Okay, come on, let's go. David, quit screwing around into your next psychic power.
I'm gonna... That looks like it's gonna hurt a lot when it comes in. What did I do in the second power? I grabbed it and
Cataphragm destroyers. Man, I love these guys. These guys are great.
I'm going to roll Fog on Dreams. He's gonna cast Fog on Dreams on them.
Okay. So I'm sorry. This guy is doing this power on these 2 guys. Okay. I do not like this. And you're throwing your remaining dice, 5 dice.
Everything at it. 2 successes. So you need 2 sixes.
Yeah. Nope, just 1.
Okay. So it's a malediction. The unit can only fire snapshots, and when rolling to hit in close combat, you only hit on 6s.
Oh, that's great. And here's why.
So it's sort of a reverse invisibility.
Yeah, and here's what's great is their things are torrent, so they can't fire at all. That basically took those guys away. And that is huge because those flamers are just death for the Harlequins. They're just so
that was
bad.
going to be a lot of ouchie.
That
It's still going to be a lot of ouchie.
There's going to be a lot of ouchie. Okay, now it's a shooting,
Yeah.
right? So
Well,
let's do this thing. Okay.
they have Blade Storm,
So
which
here's
means
these guys
that
shooting at that High Priest. He's like, doom, doom, ch. Rock me, Amadeus. Rock me, Mechanicus.
So,
That did not work.
yeah.
Okay, so 4 hits.
4, right? I want to say 4. Yeah, 4. So, okay. And then it's
Amadeus, 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 Amadeus,
4.
Amadeus. Now I've got that song stuck in my head.
That is a good song.
No, that was cocked, yeah.
We're going to count that.
Yeah.
So 4 wounds.
4 4s. All right.
Oh, that was, where are we?
Oh, no,
How many saves do I gotta
that was
make?
the one. You're right.
Okay, so I need 2-ups. Yeah, look at that.
All right, and the one guy is going to fire his fusion pistol at him and hit and wound. So against 2 weapons.
So who did what again?
The
This unit versus that guy right there.
yeah,
Okay.
this
here
guy
it
got
comes.
shoved out of there.
2-up. Oh! He dies in a pile of slag. Okay, so that's a point for you.
Go
now
true
I
bastard.
have special markers for this. So this will mark a victory point for the Harlequins. Okay, what's next?
All right,
I'm ready.
Shadow Seer is gonna shoot. I believe he has a pistol.
A
as
neural disruptor. That's that crystal type thing that he has.
No, I think he just has a regular.
Oh, okay.
The heck did I give him? Shuriken pistol, yeah. So he'll shoot at him. Okay, he hits, and he doesn't wound.
Doesn't wound?
It's 4, right?
Dude, I don't know. Oh yeah, regardless of toughness. I don't know. I don't even
No,
remember.
what's your toughness?
3.
3? Oh, okay, then that mine strength.
Is that a
4. Okay,
wound?
so that would
Okay.
be, yeah.
He makes it
Okay.
with a 4.
These guys just have their basic
Star bolas, right?
shuriken. Well, they're just your shuriken cannons.
Okay.
I'm going for amounts of hits as opposed to just getting AP. So it's each of them is assault 3. So 9 dice. And I don't know why I rolled it there because it went away.
Yeah.
All right, here's a 1. So this is a fail.
Okay.
This is a fail. This is a fail. That's 3. That's 5.
I only rolled 8 dice.
There's 1
Did you miss another one?
in here. So I'll roll it again. Got it. That direction this time. All right. So I hit these.
Okay, 6
put 'em
star
up here
bolas. What's the strength on those? It's 6,
The
right?
Shuriken cannons, strength
Oh.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this doesn't do anything.
Oh, this is the cannons. Got
Yeah, I'm going for numbers.
No,
See if with
it.
numbers
So
I can
5
do it.
saves?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 ups. Oh, he fails. There's the 1. So there's another one. So the score is 2 to 8. 2 kills, 2 surviving. Put a marker out here for the Harlequins. There we go.
All right. And
Who's shooting where?
the dark.
that
You're
unit?
shooting that guy.
On the
them.
window, whenever you shoot shuriken, anything, you have blaze storm, right?
Yeah, I just haven't gotten anything since.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, he's
so
looking for 3s.
3. And then
So that's 3 hits and 3
wounds.
wounds. Strength 4, toughness 3. 2 ups. Oh, there's another one.
Another one.
Okay, so 3 dead, 7 remaining.
he'll shoot with this pistol at that guy.
Okay, I'm ready. That's a hit with a 4 and
And a
a
wound.
wound.
Come on, ones.
Nope, 5 makes it. Fantastic.
Let's see. Shrieker cannon. So, oh, I can shoot it as a regular cannon, right?
Oh,
All right. He's gonna shoot his shrieker cannon point blank at that guy,
okay, got it. Here to here.
Yeah.
Ready.
and he hits, and he does a wound.
Okay. 2 makes it with a 3.
These guys are gonna shoot their star bolas at him.
I'm ready.
So let's put the marker here.
Okay. Got it. Now, can I just advise something
Sure.
here? I think you can place the hole anywhere on the base.
That is very true.
So doing that will give you 3 hits.
yes. Okay. I think it has to be completely on the base, though. So
Right.
maybe there.
But it's still
okay. That's a good idea.
works. Okay, great. And,
that's
12
gone.
inches off.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one's gone.
Right. Now this is star bolas, right?
Yeah,
Which is
it's-
1 shot.
Yes.
Wow.
After this, no more star bolas.
Okay.
3 inches up. So
Well, I think it's that way.
yeah.
So you'd end up like with that guy.
Okay.
If that looks right to you, I don't want to
Yeah, that's
force it. If
one
it's-
guy's fine.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And then
What's
same
next?
place with the third one,
Okay.
and that's a direct hit.
It's a hit. So
I
you've
hit
got 4 hits.
And star bolas are.
I gotta look up the
strength 6,
stats on these
52.
guys. Strength 5, or toughness 5, 3 up save.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just get the 3 up save.
No, these are AP2.
Right. I mean, which will be nullified by the 2
Yeah.
thing. Okay, got it. Yeah, I guess that was unclear.
So 3 wounds.
All right, that's it. So I take 3 wounds. And each one of them has 2 wounds.
Yeah.
So I end
You're
up with
beefy.
1 guy with 1 wound.
One goes boom.
And then I think this is the next closest. We'll get a better wound counter momentarily. I never like to use the same dice I'm rolling.
Yeah.
That's begging to be confused.
Okay. Anything
this
else?
guy is just gonna shoot his shuriken cannons. One since he moved.
Okay, I'm ready.
One okay, one normal. One
Toughness
snap
is
shooting.
7.
So 2 hits. I need to roll high here. It's strength 6, so
Yeah, you need 5s.
yeah, nothing. These are snap shooting, the other cannon. 2 hits. And nothing.
Okay, great. Their immense toughness has helped them.
Yeah. Darn beefy robots. I think that's shot at them, shot at them, shot at them. I think
Oh,
it's,
man.
Close combat now.
I gotta tell you, yeah, okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Not much to be done.
So
Like all your guys are within 2
Yeah.
inches. Well, come on, let's just do it.
he's
real
gonna
quick.
charge in here.
Okay, great.
And
Of course he makes it. He's only 1 inch away.
he's gonna charge him.
All right, Shadow Seer on that guy. Of course he makes it. I'm ready.
He's gonna charge him.
Right? I'm not sure why you're rolling. It's okay though. It's fun to
funsies.
roll dice.
Oh, it's a good thing I had him that close.
Okay, what's next?
And then he's gonna move here, but since I'm jumping over this, it'll be
Right.
an extra 2 inches.
We determined at the beginning of the game that these guys couldn't shoot. The Fulgurite priests were just more like
Yeah.
fancy objective markers, but they can fight in close combat. So we'll see if I can live, because right now he's got 3 down, and the Harlequins may actually win the first turn, which is fine, but I could still win by tabling him,
Yeah.
and I think that would be also fun.
By hurting. A lot.
Yes. This really did put me down, though, that these guys can't shoot this turn. Because quite frankly, the double flamers on these Harlequins, that's 1 unit destroyed wretchedly per turn.
That's a world of hurt.
Yep. And
All right,
it ain't much
so-
better in close combat.
I guess we should start with our friend, the solitaire.
Okay, I wonder what will happen. Okay.
If